Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds, who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalio, and this video is an update regarding the prophecy of the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. And here it is, just jumping straight into it. Elon Musk's Neuralink receives Canadian approval for brain chip trial. And this is from Reuters. Okay, so Elon Musk's Neuralink said on Wednesday it has received approval to launch its first clinical trial in Canada for a device designed to give paralyzed individuals the ability to use digital devices simply by thinking. The brain chip startup said the Canadian study aims to assess the safety and initial functionality of its implant, which enables people with quadriplegia or paralysis of all four limbs to control external devices with their thoughts. Okay. Canada's University Health Network Hospital said in a separate statement that its Toronto's facility had been selected to perform the complex neurosurgical procedure. Regulator Health Canada did not immediately respond to a request for comment. In the United States, Neuralink has already implanted the device in 2 patients. The company says the device is working well in the second trial patient who has been using it to play video games and learn how to design 3D objects. Founded in 2016 by Musk and a group of engineers, Neuralink is also building a brain chip interface that can be implanted within the skull, which it says could eventually help disabled patients to move and communicate again and restore vision. All right. And then in September, the startup received the U.S. Food and Drug Administration's breakthrough device designation for its experimental implant aimed at restoring vision. All right. So, yeah, man, here it is. The brain chip, what they call it? Brain interface chip, which is the microchip for the forehead. All right. This is what it is. All right. And this has been in development, as I just read, it's been a thing. Okay. And then, right from there, there's another update regarding this from CTV. Canadian neurosurgeons seek patients for Musk Neuralink brain study. All right, Canadian neurosurgeons in partnership with Elon Musk Neuralink have regulatory approval to recruit 6 patients with paralysis willing to have 1,000 electrode contacts in their brain. All right, so related stories, Elon Musk Neuralink seeks to enroll 3 patients. First, the Neuralink human trial subject can control a computer mouse with brain implant. All right, so this brain microchip appears to be able to do all kinds of miraculous things, right? Because the reason why they're, the way they're selling it, right, is that there are certain individuals that have certain crippling conditions that are quote unquote not curable, right? You know what a paraplegic is, etc. And they're selling this brain microchip as they will be able to walk again. They will be able, or people who don't have vision will be able to see again. These are things that are considered miraculous, right? But in the and the scriptures say that, man. But before I go there, I want to go to Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, the so-called white men who rule this kingdom today, right? They have been developing this technology for the intended purpose to microchip the entire world. That is what the prophecy is saying. And then it mentions in the right hand or in the forehead. Now, if you do research on RFID microchip, you can go straight to Google, literally, okay, and or even YouTube and type it in. You will be able to see that, people are microchipped or are willingly becoming microchipped, like in Sweden, and they use it for the purpose of retail, right? They use it to buy things, etc. And then it also has a portion where it says in their foreheads. And so when it is that Elon Musk started to push this brain microchip, that is when the prophets of Yahweh Shemishah were like, there it is. All right, because the prophecy said that in the right hand or in their foreheads. So with the hand, it's about the the physical mark being implanted, and it has information on it, and that's where you have your digital identification systems that are coming in, which that digital identity will be stored onto the microchip, right, which also includes your financial information on that digital identity. So it says, and no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have that microchip, right, because everybody's financials are going to be attached to that digital ID, which is going to be stored onto that microchip, right? So unless you're microchipped, you won't be able to conduct business, you won't be able to do anything in life, right? You won't be able to buy food, you won't be able to you won't have access to travel, you won't have access to government services, you won't have access to anything unless you have it. This is where we're heading towards in the world. And this devil, referring to the so-called white man, the Edomites, they are bringing about this brain microchip as well, which the way that it's being sold is in a very miraculous way, right? They're saying that they'll be able to do things that from having the brain microchip, you'll be able to control the computer from your mind and all these kinds of things. And in Revelation chapter 19 and verse 20, it says, and the beast was taken, right? And the beast is talking about Esau, right? And his system, okay? And with him, the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, which is the Roman Catholic Church, right? Which is a part of Esau's deception, okay? With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, right? So people are going to be deceived, right, into believing that this is going to be the way to be. This is going to be the way of life. As you can already see through the way of using gradualism, the world already is getting used to living in this new way that is the intended way that Esau Edom wants people to live, right, by way of being microchipped, right, because you can see certain precursors to it. You have all of these digital mobile payment systems, right, that are being pushed. You have the digital wallet that's being pushed. All right, it's all about this new digital payment system, this new way of living, right, and being done away with cash. Okay, so this devil, it says, and them that worshipped his image, these both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone, right? Because the judgment will be death by way of thermonuclear fire, right? But it says that he will deceive them, right? Because he's really selling it as to do all of these miraculous things, but it is all going to be to one's destruction if you take the microchip, because that is the judgment written in Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 to 10. And this is a message unto you Israelites, man, because only we can be saved, right? Only Israelites can receive salvation, right? So this is that great deception that's literally going on right now, and they're continuing to do it, right? Because first it was in America, now it's been approved in Canada, right, to go ahead and do this. And then the article, said all of the other stuff with it, right? And then of course, I do advise to do your own research on it and to see how it has gradually improved, and how it has it's been developing, right? That's the word I'm looking for, developing. All right, see, Neuralink brain chips head for the great white north, which is Canada. All right, and then I have this video right here, because this video is really it's really going to show you exactly what it is that they're trying to do, right? But also remember this, that the mark of the beast prophecy will be fulfilled because it is Bible prophecy, but Bible prophecy also says that when he's about to full his belly, he shall be straight. So this is a part of Esau Edom's NWO agenda, right? With the microchip at the apex of it, at the peak of it, right? But he's going to go, it's going to come along in a way where, yeah, of course the prophecy is going to be fulfilled, but it's not going to reach to a certain kind of point. It's going to end at a certain point, right? He will not be fully satisfied, all right? But he's going to bring great hell upon the earth, because it says, Revelation 12 verse 12, he's going to come with great wrath, right? Because you know that he had but a short time, and we're going to be going through the time of Jacob's trouble. Us, the Israelites as a nation, are going to go through the time of Jacob's trouble, right? And then during Jacob's trouble, they're going to be like, okay, well, this is the situation. You accept this microchip so that you can not have to face these perils anymore. And then that is when you will know the difference between the elect of the nation of Israel and the non-elect of the nation of Israel. Because the elect of the nation of Israel will refuse the microchip, all right, and will face whatever judgment there is. Revelation chapter 13, well, whatever comes from that decision, right, from Esau, Edom. Revelation chapter 13 verse 15 says that he will kill them, right? We know that the devil is going to throw some of us in prison, and we know that there's beheadings coming as well, all right? But the elect will be faithful unto death, right? So that's just how the story is written, okay? And these times are coming, man, because you can see that things are developing over time. And so here it is. I'm just going to play this video to show you what it is, where they're trying to go to, and what they intend to go to, and that's what it is. With that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakwadesh, Shalom, and here's the video.
Earlier, which is around 2030, I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual, kind of the most common interface. Wow. Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
Sweetheart. You're okay? Are you okay?
I am. I really am. I'm fine. Honestly, I swear I'm fine.
There. We can let that breathe for 10 minutes. All looking good. I'll come back and I'll dress them.
Do you see? These are interaction nodes. If I use this finger, I can open all the doors at work, no ID. And if I just scan this in the shop, I can pay for anything up to £1,000. And look, Dad, Mom, I've just taken your photo. Send and send. It doesn't need the sound effect. I just added that because it makes me laugh.
You promised me they wouldn't touch your eyes. Not after last time.
That was years ago. Grand's had stem cells in her eyes since then.
I can't help thinking... Don't laugh. All these power cuts. Well, what would happen to you?
Nothing. What happens to you in a power cut? Nothing.
So, what about your head?
Can't feel a thing. They inserted the tiniest wafer into my brain and... Oh my God, look at the result. Synced us up. No keyboard. I don't need a keyboard ever again.
And you did that by thinking?
It can't read my mind. Not yet, but the wafer tracks activity in the neural pathway and micro movements in the retina to predict what I'm thinking.
But that is reading your mind. So why do you need the operation?
I'm trying to explain it in ways you can understand, but the connection is so much more. While we were talking, at exactly the same time, I wondered about the 80 days of rain, where it came from, why it was, what comes next. And I keyed into satellites just 30 seconds ago, so I can see the course of El Nino. And I can tap into pressure sensors along the Atlantic coast and barometric readings from the ships at sea. If I put all of that together, I'm there. I'm inside it. The tide, the depth of the sea, and the curl of the waves within me. And right now in Charles Street, Pasadena, a 15-year-old girl called Effany Cross has written her first song and put it online, and she's got the sweetest voice. So when I combine all of that, it's joy. In my head, it is absolute joy.